You need to have the ability to set this head gate at 4 inches, or otherwise you're not going to hold little baby calves. It's going to do wonders for you in your operation. Easy to use and has power. Hello, my name is Steve Landrell. I'm with the engineering department at Arrowquip Chute. Today we're going to do a full walkthrough on our 8800 manual chute with our full parallel squeeze. This is our flagship model and our manual chute lineup. This chute is coming in with a weight of 2,767 pounds. Now, if you're a rancher with a cow-calf operation, if you have big cows, if you have lots of bulls, if you're doing lots of AIing, if you're doing lots of preg testing, this chute with its true 31.5-inch width, including the head gate, and its height and its length. And if you're doing lots of branding, I can give you branding not only on the hips and the ribs, but I can give you access to the shoulder as well. So this chute comes with quite a few options. It's wheel kit ready. It uses the same wheel kit as our major hydraulic chute. And there's videos on YouTube as to what it looks like and how to use it. There's also scale mount brackets welded on. So if you want to weigh, you just bolt both bars to them and you're going. So as we come to the front here, we have some options on the front. Our first option is we offer a bulk gate. It's just a V-shaped gate on the front. It's a very handy piece of equipment, especially when you're catching horn cattle, as those cattle are very easy to miss. So with the bulk gate, if you make that miss, the gate stops them, you back up the animal and you catch again. So behind that, we have lug posts. This is another option. Basically, it's just a 2x2 vertical post that bolts at that connection and that connection. And what that does is gives you a point of connection for a line of panels. Now, behind that, we have our optional head holder. This is an AL940. This is a new generation head holder. It looks fairly similar at first glance, but there's some key differences. One, the back plate itself has been re-engineered. It's got a much more refined look and it's a lot stronger. The connection between the top and bottom arms has been improved and it's a much more robust design. It's got the improved lock box, and most important is this top arm, and unless you're told about it, you probably might not notice, but because if you pull on your handle, you can't tell, but when it's fully open, this top arm goes over center, so if you're not using your head holder as you're working cattle, that arm does not drift down on you. Then inside the chute, it also comes sternum bar ready. This doesn't have a sternum bar, but everything's there that you need to fasten it in. So the other thing, option that we offer is a rubber extrusion that we made custom made for ourselves. And this mounts, it easily mounts on the head gate like that. And that's to help eliminate shoulder bruising and irritation to that prescapula area. So the other option we have is a calf restrainer kit. Very easy to install. There like that. Tighten that up. And what that's for is you've got lots of access points here, but if you want even more access, you can install that, open up this, and it gives you almost complete access to the side of an animal. So now we come to our head gate. These are the same curtain style doors that we've used for many years. It's got the same 3E design, easy entry exit, which allows light into the chute to encourage that animal to come forward and to improve your flow. And on the top, it rides on Delrin rollers, which is a virtually indestructible material. It's got low friction, it doesn't rust, it doesn't seize, and the bolt that it rotates on is made so that there's no rotation on threads. Now we come to our Arrowlock 88 head gate. So this is a ratchet and pawl design. You'll notice that the ratchet and pawl are on the top side. What this does is it gives us the push-pull that we've always had. It allows for easy maintenance. It allows for easy release. And most importantly, it gives us a very robust design. So if you look closely here, this is how a lot of ratchet and pawls are made. It's cut on a bevel like that. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but with this design, it can become a high wear component. You always risk the chance of breaking that tip or breaking a tooth. With ours, it's just cut straight. So if you come over here, look closely here, this is how it sits in a tooth. Now, the more force that animal puts on a head gate, the harder it drives into that tooth, which if you look at a 90 degree from that face, that tooth is supported by material behind. So it's virtually impossible to break that tooth, and it allows us to give you thousands of cycles with minimal wear. So what makes this head gate quick, easy to use, and has power? It's what's often referred to as approaching over center design. Very simple. It's used in a lot of places. We just often don't think of it. So this is a simple set of vice grips. If you come over here, I'll show you. So you can see this linkage here. As I come like this, I'm approaching over center right about there, and that's what gives me that power to put all that force on that nut or that bolt, right? This is another design. This is just a fixture clamp. Same thing. This makes something else very visible. So this is what gives this head gate its quickness. So when I got it fully open, you'll see how fast that head gate moves for how little handle movement it is. And you can see it in this design here. You can see how quickly that plunger moves, but as I approach over center, it slows up some, but my power curve goes like that. And that's what's giving me the power. That's what's giving me the ability to hold large animals. So what we did is we synchronized the doors on the opposite side, and we moved them back and forth with a single linkage. And what that allowed us to do is to give you adjustment. So why do I need to give you adjustment on this head gate? So you need to have the ability to set this head gate at 4 inches, or otherwise you're not going to hold little baby calves. Now, if I go and use that setting and I try to catch a ball, I'm so far away from approaching over center that I will have no mechanical advantage. So just a quick setting here. Now I'm ready to catch bulls, and I'll just demonstrate that. So this is a tire to kind of simulate an animal's neck. And it's very easy. I just got the power to push right into that muscle. But if I open it up and I put it back into the calf setting, I'll catch that tire with this setting here. And you'll see it's all but impossible for me to crush that tire. So this is a very, very important feature. It's going to do wonders for you in your operation, and you really need to experience it to feel the power in it. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is when I talk about this adjustment, that doesn't mean that you're constantly adjusting your head gate, okay? So this hole here is my cow setting. Now I can work the bulk of my animals in that setting, even down to a smaller calf. A little baby calf is probably gonna suck his ears back, but he doesn't need to get that much bigger, and he won't pull back. He'll be kind of loose in the head gate, but you'll have him held. So it's not like you're adjusting that head gate all the time. But when it comes to bulls, take the time, put it in the bull setting, and you're gonna really appreciate it. So what it means is that a person with limited strength can still operate this chute, restrain large animals, and it leaves me feeling less fatigued at the end of the day. So then we come behind that, we've got a rear control bar, which you can operate from front to back, anywhere in between. We've got a very robust connection that uses clamping force here, doesn't rely on fasteners alone. So now we come to our squeeze. This is a full parallel squeeze, which means the vet cage comes in with it, so there's no place for a calf to turn around. This squeeze, it's suspended from the top, it rides on Delrin rollers, and it's moved in and out with a torsion bar on the opposite side. And because of the way the linkage is designed, it gives me more power in the squeeze than the 7500. It also allows us to optimize this gap on the bottom and make it consistent throughout the squeeze frame. So that we've optimized the gap so that there's no chance of a calf's foot getting out. We have clearance for allowance for a bit of manure. It also allowed us to fasten traction bars on top of that rubber mat. The other thing we did is we took these pans, we extended them past the frame, and that made easy access to our fasteners. So we come here, we got an emergency exit both sides. It's just a single handle and it's slammed to shut like that. We got black access doors that are removable and they're configurable. It comes from the factory in the default position like this, leaving you a window for your neck access. And if you want more access, one of the nice things about these doors is they're very, very easy to open, even with the needle in your hand. And you can open that right up and have full access to that animal, and it closes very, very easily and nicely. So on the bottom here, we have split bottom doors. With just a removable lunge pin, you can easily remove the doors. And then we've got 2 rows of rump fingers. So even your smallest calf, you can put it up. Your storage pocket for your rump bar is there. So even a little calf. And this squeeze, the other thing with this chute is I've got all my controls literally within a step here. So I can open up my rolling door, I can operate my head gate, and operate my squeeze all without moving. And my squeeze goes, like we mentioned before, fully open 31.5 inches, and it squeezes down to under 7.5 inches. So I can handle any size animal that your operation can give this chute. So behind there, we have our vet door. It's a nice slam latch. Every latch in this chute is slammed to shut. It's 6'2" to the lowest point. So I got lots of headroom. There's nothing above my head right here. And it's even with large cows, it's very comfortable working behind them in this chute. So behind this vet door, we have this canvas blockout. This is so if you have the squeeze in here, a little calf doesn't see any light. And this canvas is not only very durable, there's nothing banging into my shoulder here. And then behind that, we have our rolling door. This can be configured near side or off side. So right by this rolling door, you'll see we have what we call a squeeze seat. We have that on every corner of the squeeze because, like I say, the squeeze is suspended from the top and driven from the top, but these squeeze seats stabilize the chute squeeze from going like that, and they're on every corner. So our rolling door now has got more of a 3D concept. It's sheeted on the bottom so that when you're a vet working in there, there's no chance of a cow rearing up and getting their feet out there, but yet she's got all that visibility and all that light to help draw her into that chute. So now we're going to walk into the chute and we're going to show you how the floor functions and what it's like. So as we come through the chute here to the front, this is what we call our infinity floor because it gives you edge-to-edge coverage, and there's been a tremendous amount of thought put into this rubber mat, right from the manufacturing process, to the thickness, to the hardness, to the tread pattern, okay? So it's very, very important that a cow has got traction so that she feels comfortable and confident standing, otherwise she'll start to panic. But the other very important thing is, although you want traction, you want to make sure that this animal's hoof has the ability to move sideways, because if you squeeze that animal in and you got lugs in such a pattern that if that hoof can get caught on a lug, you're going to start causing lameness. So the warranty on this chute is 15 years on the chute itself. We got lifetime warranty on our floor, lifetime warranty on this ratchet and pawl, and lifetime warranty in the friction locks on the lock box on the head holder and on the squeeze. So that concludes our walkthrough on our 8800 manual chute. I hope that proves to be helpful. There's quite a few details that weren't actually covered. That was just the basics. So feel free to reach out to us. You call Arrowquip or look us up online at www.arrowquip.com. So hopefully we'll be talking soon.